Well, the 24th of March is coming on us again, and we think about the people who died in the Tuskar air crash on the 24th of March 1968. And we are getting on in years, quite a few of us, and it's a question of that we do not like to forget them, and we have this, impromptu gathering in St. Anne's Church in Shandon, and we remember all those people who died, and we have a collage with as many photographs as are available at the moment, but we will add to them. And we have the candles as well to show, one for each person that died on that plane. We're just remembering people, and we don't want to forget them. Really, that's the reason for today, I suppose. And this is our 5th commemoration here. And I just thought that it would be nice to have something in the city. The memorial in Rosslare, which was very well done by the government in 2018, they had the 50th anniversary. But after that then, there was kind of I think there was a need for just a quick memento after that, for having the gathering here today. And we'll just call out all the names if that's okay. And my daughter there, Louise, will ring the bell electronically. And we have our candles, and we have as many photographs as I have been able to gather, but there are more still waiting, but hopefully we will get them, over the next year or so. So it's great to see so many people here today. It's a fantastic thing, and I was trying to contact as many as I could, but over the years I lost contact and the telephone numbers changed and all that kind of thing. So Facebook came in quite handy, I have to say. As I said, I'm missing about 14 or 15 photographs. Hopefully in the near future is to be able to print out a memorial booklet for families, so that every family could have a memorial of their own of the incident, let's say, and they can put it away or hand it on to generations, and future generations could understand what happened, in Tuskar, because at the moment quite a number of people, wouldn't even know where Tuskar is, never mind know anything about the crash. It's kind of personal to me in a sense, because not only was my brother on board, but I was on board that aircraft 3 weeks beforehand. And my first flight ever was from London, from Heathrow to Cork. And I was in Heathrow, and the aircraft was just kind of outside the door, sort of thing, no security. And I went out and saw the aircraft, and I kind of walked around it to look at every part of the aircraft. I don't know why I did it, but I did it anyway. And I came around the front, and I saw the windscreens, or whatever they're called, for the captain and the co-pilot. And just around at the side, I saw St. Phelim. So that was the name of the plane, and was spelt in the old Irish language. I noted that. And 3 weeks later, that plane had crashed on the same route that I had just travelled 3 weeks beforehand. So my daughters are here, and I want to thank them very much for their help, and Mike for all the driving around. Shandon have been marvellous, and I tried 2 other institutions, and they couldn't see how it could be done. But Shandon really, they kind of said, did we want an ecumenical mass or anything that we wanted, that they would do. And I just simply wanted a bell and a name calling, and quick and easy, So this year now is the first time that they have allowed us they have suggested we go into the church, and it's great to see so many people here. It's amazing. Starting off with Mrs. Kathleen Archer. She was married to a bank official in Cove, and she was living in Cove. And then they were from Greenville, Carrigallow, Cove, County Cork was their address. Then you had Mr. Dennis Arnold was over here on business. From England. He was over on business for the weekend, and he wanted to get back on the Sunday to meet his wife and daughter, a birthday party. Then Mr. Roger Bake of Brussels was on a fishing holiday in Fermoy, and they got a taxi from Fermoy to the airport and got their plane. Then you had Mrs. Hannah Burke of 69 Kent Road, Ballyfahan, Cork, and was going on a trip to London with her daughter as well. Then you had Miss E.I. Bryan, Irene Bryan, and she was a nurse going back to London to continue her studies and that. Then there was Mr. Garland, Sven Garland. He was a retired engineer from Sweden living in Compass Hill in Kinsale, and they were going to London to be at their son's wedding, Sven Garland as well. Then there was Mrs. Garland, his wife, and both of them were actually recovered and had funerals. Then there was Mr. Michael Cowick, and from Moore Park Research Station in Fermoy, and he was one of three who were from Moore Park. Then there was Mr. Jack Crailman. He was another one of the fishing party from Belgium, and then Mrs. Sheila Dan were here on a holiday with her daughter, Miss Teresa Dan. Thanks, Jean. And then you had Mr. Rory Delaney from Marina Park, Victoria Road, Cork, an insurance official. Mr. Pierre Dreyfus, Swiss, from Zurich, on holiday in Glenbeigh, County Kerry, on a fishing holiday with 8 other people from Zurich. Mr. Tommy Dwan was from Moore Park Research Station in Fermoy. Mr. Favre, Edmund Favre, was from Brussels, another member of the fishing party in Fermoy. Mrs. Eileen Gallivan, Melrose, Carrigaline Road, Douglas, Cork, and then Miss Gallivan and infant. So there was 3 members of the Gallivan family. Then from America you had Mr. Joseph Gangelhoff, and he was here with his wife because she was looking up some family connections in Cashel. So there was Mr. Joe Gangelhoff and then Mrs. Mary Gangelhoff. Then you had Reverend Dr. E.J. Hegarty, was from Ballyfahan Parish, and he was going to attend a reunion in London of the Ballyfahan, ex-Ballyfahan people in London, I think. And then your Dr. Max Hinderer was from Zurich, another man in the medical profession. Brigadier M.D. Jeffson, Morris Jeffson, from Mallow Castle, and his wife was Mrs. Eileen Jeffson. She was with him. Now, back then to Mr. Theodore Jurgens, Swiss man from near Zurich, and Mr. Hugh Long was from Ballymore Cove, County Cork. He was in the financial business. Mr. C. McCarthy, Christy McCarthy, was from Skibbereen. Well, his address is Skibbereen, but he was from Baltimore. And then Mrs. Rita McCarthy was his wife, and their infant son, Jeremy, and he was 2 months of age that morning. And his photograph is shown in the collage there, and she's holding him. So my own brother then is next, Mr. P. N. McCormick, Parkhouse Cove. Neil was going actually to London and then on to Switzerland for a job interview. Mr. Kurt Meyer was from Zurich, one of the medical people from Zurich. Dr. E. N. Mulcahy, he was known as Noel Mulcahy, and he was a highly placed anyway in the scientific side of UCC, and he was going to England to buy new machinery for the new science building in UCC in Cork. So his wife then, Dr. Maura Mulcahy, was expecting a child, and that child was born after the crash. Mrs. D. Newey, that's a sister of the Mrs. K. Archer, the two sisters. She was a widow living in Grenville, Carrigallow Cove. So, Mr. Noel Noonan, 15 Richmond Park, Blackrock Road, Cork. And Mr. E. A. O'Brien, 1 Farmore, Bellevue Park, Cork. Mr. K. O'Callaghan, Kevin O'Callaghan, Muckross, St. Finbarr's Park, The Loch, Cork. Mrs. Bridget O'Callaghan, 28 Friars Road, Cork. Mr. James O'Halloran from Gortrow, Youghal, County Cork. Mrs. O'Halloran, Josephine O'Halloran, Gortrow, Youghal, County Cork. Miss Maura O'Hurley, 12 Pine Street, which is just down the road here, had a shop in Pine Street. Miss N. J. O'Mahony, Nora O'Mahony, Rosamna, Fairy Lawn, The Loch, Cork. Mr. Barney O'Rourke, 121 Earlwood Estate, Toker, Cork. Mrs. Nellie Quinlan, Macroom originally, but living in London. Mr. Schwartz, Paul Schwartz, was one of the Belgian party from Brussels. Mr. Shorten, that's Thomas, I think he was about 20 years of age, and his mother were on the flight, Mrs. Anne Shorten. They were living in London but were from West Cork. And now you have Mrs. A. Sless, Ruth Sless, was from Silverdale, Farnley Road, Cork, and the Sless name is known in Cork. Mr. Spelliers, Albert Spelliers, was he was Belgian, in the Belgian party from Brussels. Mr. Van Stennevant, Marcel Van Stennevant, was from Brussels, a member of the fishing party. Dr. Ronald Wakerling from Zurich, a member of the medical party on holidays in Glenbeigh, and his wife, Mrs. Madeleine Wakerling. Now, Mr. Desi Walls was from Killahora, Glounthaune, and Mr. Rudolf Weiss, Zurich, another member of the Swiss fishing party. Mr. Ernest Zimmerman, also from Zurich, and the crew were Barney O'Byrne from Portmarnock in Dublin, Paul Heffernan, co-pilot, and Anne Kelly, hostess, I suppose, and Mary Collin, hostess. There's a modern name now for hostesses, I don't know. Cabin attendant, is it? I'm not sure. But they are all the people who unfortunately lost their lives that day. And we're here just to remember them and not to forget them. Really, that's basically what it's all about, I think. For any of that, it's an informal gathering, I think, so we hope that we have a few messages from people who can't, living in different countries, one from America. Will you call them out, Jean?
I will.
Yeah.
So it's an absolute privilege to be able to pass on these messages for the people that couldn't make it here today. So my sister Louise is going to play. One is the recording. There are two recordings.
Yeah.
Video I don't think people are going to be able to see, but we might be able to include it in the film as well. I'll let you play those two messages. So please, Louise, thanks.
Hello everybody, this is Eliane from Belgium. This Sunday in Cork, we gather to honor the memory of the 61 souls taken 57 years ago in that tragic air crash. Among them was my father, Marcel Vastenavon, 42 years old, who had gone salmon fishing with his friends in your lovely country and leaving behind a family and a little 6-year-old girl, me. Thank you, Jerome, for this anniversary Mass and for tirelessly continuing to commemorate our loved ones who were lost. May this moment of reflection in this church bring peace and serenity to all those who, like me, will forever carry this story in their hearts. May our dear departed rest in peace. Amen. Bye.
Hi, my name is Philippe Crayoleman. Here's a few words for my father, Jacques Crayoleman. Dear Jackie, for us, your sudden disappearance meant a dreadful loss and caused eternal sorrow. We miss you so much. Rest in peace in the faraway sea.
Hello everybody, my name is Jean Noonan, one of 4 sisters who sadly lost their dad on that fatal 24th of March in 1968. Our dad's name was Noel Noonan, all of 40 and in the prime of his life. We share now with each and every one of you at the Shandon Memoriam a similar tragic loss. I was sorry I couldn't attend, but my sisters and our mum were there to pay tribute to all our loved ones. Many thanks to you, Jerome, who's made it all possible for those of us who haven't a grave to visit to honour our sadly departed family members. We thank you from the bottom of our hearts. And this collective expression, a tribute to our loved ones all together, is most certainly consoling and comforting. Thank you, Jerome. Our loved ones will never be forgotten. The candle will always be kept alight.
In memory of my dear brother Neil McCormack, you will never be forgotten, Neil, nor will the search for the truthful cause of your awful death rest in peace, Alan. And the second message that I have here is from Steve Ganglehoff, and his message is as follows: for Joe and Mary Ganglehoff, they are not forgotten. Their light continues to glow in their 3 children, Bonnie, Steve and Rich, who cherish their memory forever. May they rest in peace, Steve Ganglehoff.
Well done. Thanks, Jean, very much. Yeah. It's nice to get the messages from people that can't be here, you know, so maybe in the future we'll just have a Zoom. We'll all be. We'll be thousands at it. Thanks, Jean.
Thank
all right,
you very
so
much.
I think that's the end. Is there any questions or anything from anyone? How are you? How are you, Niamh?
Could say a few words. Just
Oh, I'd be delighted. Yeah.
So my name
I've no mic for you there, but
That's okay.
Yeah.
I can speak.
Yeah.
My name is Maeve Noonan. My dad, Noel Noonan, was on that plane that day, and I'm saying these words on behalf of my mum,
Mary. Yeah.
who's in her 91st year, and our stepdad, Paddy, who has been the most amazing man in our lives.
Yeah.
But Jerome, I just want to say a massive thank you to you for your dedication, for your hard work, and your family, Louise and Jean. It's lovely to meet you today. You have kept the memory alive, and 57 years is a long time, and while we will never forget, there's a bigger community out there that may forget, and we do not want that to happen.
No,
so thank you so much for all your hard work, all your dedication. I think one of the great sadnesses of this tragedy is that we don't have a place to go and talk to our loved ones, and this really has become a ceremony where we can come and honour them, remember them and love them again. So thank you, Jerome.
Thank you. Thank you.